Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jasmine, Tosh lately. Today I am in beautiful Philadelphia. I've been here for almost a week already. I think today may be day 5 or 6, I'm not sure. Every day is just kind of fast-paced and crazy, but I'm just taking it all in. I love Philadelphia. I will say that the city is absolutely beautiful. I'm in the Loews Philadelphia. The Lowe's brand is awesome. They're pet friendly. I truly recommend them for whichever city you're traveling to. They have so many locations. But this particular location is so beautiful because my window on the left of me is a view of, we're just 2 blocks away from the beautiful City Hall. It is an enormous, historic, beautiful building, and it just looks like a building out of Europe. Definitely watch my Philly vlog to see more of that. I did a whole photo shoot in front of it. I think actually the cover thumbnail of this podcast is me. I don't know if I'm in front of it, but it is something to see. It is beautiful. So definitely check out my Philly podcast. I am loving Philadelphia. The people are friendly. The city is beautiful. It is the beginning of November, so the holidays are officially here, and I'm so happy to be in this part of the United States right now. The leaves are turning red and orange. It's just so beautiful, and I manifested this for last year. I wish I was in this situation where I was, actually in a state that has seasons. So I'm truly enjoying my time here in Philadelphia. And I'm so happy to be here, guys. So that is the situation right now. I will say I have so much energy right now, more than usual, because I pushed myself and I went to the gym. The gym has not been something that I've ever been interested in, but I will say I feel amazing. I don't think I've worked out for 3 years. I used to have an Equinox membership in Miami, and I absolutely hated it because the gym at Equinox is so packed, and I do not like working out with other people. And I think it's just I vibe so much better at smaller gyms. So I pushed myself and I did an hour workout. I did 45 minutes of cardio. I did 100 steps on the Stairmaster, which, I was really pushing myself to do that. That's what I used to do. So I feel incredible. My legs feel great right now. I highly recommend it. I am pushing myself, you guys, in every aspect of my life to be the best me. And I truly feel like I will meet my husband this way. I am just, they say be the person you want to marry. So I know the traveling and the hard working and working out are things that I want in my husband. So I have to also be those things too. And I think it's very important. So I feel amazing. And then I did the sauna and steam room, which was the true motivation. I feel great. I love a steam room and sauna combination after a workout. I'm just on cloud 9. I feel so great. So I know many of you clicked on this podcast because of the title. So let's get into it. First of all, there's no such thing as perfect. Perfect does not exist. Everyone on this planet has problems. Our problems are the life lessons we must overcome to help us grow. Even billionaires have problems. The royal family obviously has problems. Every single person has problems. The King of Dubai, Princess Diana, Grace Kelly, they all had problems. So you just have to accept it. And I think life is about how you navigate the waves. You'll have a good you'll have a good period, and then you'll get these waves coming in, and it's all how you maneuver them. And if you just can acknowledge that, the faster you understand that, the easier life will get for you, because the problems are never going to go away. But it is literally about how you solve them. You just, honestly, I've learned to just stay calm when things are not going my way. And that is the quickest way to maneuver an issue, is staying calm and just figuring it out and just remaining calm and accepting it. And if it's painful, go through the pain and it'll be over before you know it. So it doesn't matter who you are. No one has a perfect life. And also, I think that people just want rewards in life without putting in the work. For example, I'm making myself work out because, everyone has always said, how can you eat so much and stay so thin? And it's because I have a very fast metabolism. Like, I don't have to work out, but I do it for my mental health. It makes me feel so much better. It takes the stress away. And I've just been like putting it off for years, years and years and years. And I forgot how good it makes me feel. So yeah, you got to put in the work to get the results, no matter what it is, career-wise, health-wise. You know, I'm so stubborn, but now I'm finally in the gym. I'm back in the gym, so let's go. I wanted to make this podcast to simply remind you all that no one's life is perfect, especially due to what others' lives might seem like online. A lot of us compare ourselves to others, and I'm guilty of it too, but I have honestly not have done it as much as I did in my 20s. I hardly ever compare myself to people because I know that my path is very unique. I'm me, and everyone has their own path. Everyone is unique. So please don't compare yourself to others, especially from Instagram. These are, I just wanted to give you guys a little list of real people that I have met or know. I'm not going to name names, but these are people in like Miami and New York that I've met or know. These are some examples I've seen. Happy couples who post so much, then you see them divorced and all of their photos are deleted. The women with all of the designer handbags and the large diamond ring, but she is unhappy because she is in an open relationship and knows that her husband is knowingly cheating. That is so common. And honestly, in Miami, you guys, that is so common. So don't believe what you see online. The Instagram model who flies private on a yacht all summer long, and she must pay for these things in ways, in other ways, because nothing is truly free. So her life is not fantastic, you guys. She is paying it in other ways, paying for it in other ways. The woman who has everything she could ever want, the mansion, the 10-carat ring, the Rolls Royce, the Ferraris, the Audemars Piguet watch, the Birkin Faubourg, travels to Europe every summer, all the mini Kellys in the world in her closet. But unfortunately, one of her children is fatally ill and cannot travel with the family. So she has a very young son that can't travel with them. And it is really sad because she is a good person. So that's why when you see things online, you can't say, I wish I had their life, because, you really don't know what people are going through. Sorry, guys, if it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's because I am. Before I started filming, I was just running around the room and getting ready and preparing my looks for the day, my schedule, answering emails. So I apologize if it sounds like I'm out of breath, because I'm running on coffee and I'm just like so fast-paced today. Okay, the billionaire developer who is so overweight and hooks up with escorts, who has a Bugatti and owns half of Miami, but he can't find love, real love, someone who wants him for him. There's also the very famous rich actress who seems to have it all, but her husband is secretly cheating on her. The model who marries the charming, wealthy businessman and real estate broker, but he gets arrested for human trafficking and fraud. Their wedding was featured in Vogue, and now he's locked up, and he has never met his new baby. So these are all real people, you guys, that people have, wanted their lifestyles, but this is the reality of their lives. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just giving you examples of real people for the purpose of this podcast. Someone I've recently stopped being friends with because she secretly cheats on her husband, who is also her business partner. They have a huge home, 5 exotic cars. She cheats on him constantly. I didn't know that going into our friendship, but when I found out, it became really awkward, and especially when she put me in situations where I had to have dinner with her and her husband, it just became really, really, really bad, you guys. I couldn't continue to be her friend. Also, she turned out to be a horrible friend to me, so I ended the friendship. The 40-year-old, very cute and nerdy tech investor with a billionaire dad, but he can't find a woman who actually likes him for him. So these are all people who you may see their Instagram and be like, oh my God, they're living the best life ever. But you know what? These are what they're going through. And then there's me. I don't know why people think that like I have it so easy. You guys can see how hard I work on YouTube if you're familiar with my channel. But I guess if you do look on my Instagram, it looks like my life is pretty perfect, which perfect does not exist. And it's not perfect. There's so much work that goes into everything that I do. If I could be a housewife and sit on my butt all day and go to the spa and go shopping, I still would not choose that. I love to work because I love to feel fulfilled. And I'm not judging anyone. I'm telling you guys like how I feel, and I'm getting real here. Like, I love to work. I'm working to be a millionaire, but once I am a millionaire, I'm just going to keep working because that is what I love to do. I'm not judging anyone. You guys know I've been working on my travel, lifestyle, and fashion brand, Jasmine Tosh, lately since 2013. When I post, I'm repping a brand, so I have to make it look good. My social media has to look good. I'm representing brands, hotels, lifestyle brands, fashion lines. So, you know, it has to look pretty and desirable. My posts are typically my work, and I take pride in my work, and my work is my baby, so of course it's going to look good. What people don't see is me with my tripod creating content in the middle of the street, you know, around a lot of people by myself. I'm not shy, so that's how I can do it. You know, I've had to build this confidence, and I know what my results are, so I have no shame going out in the middle of the street, or sidewalk, I should say, with my tripod and taking pictures. So that's how I'm able to travel alone and still accomplish my goals and shoot content. My schedule literally revolves around Mother Nature. My schedule revolves around the sunlight. I'm filming this podcast at this time. It's not convenient because it's like the beginning of my day, but the sun is best right now coming in through the window, and I like natural lighting. And that's how I like to shoot. So that is why I'm shooting my podcast right now at this time of the day. So yes, my schedule literally revolves around Mother Nature. So I work every day of the week, no matter what. I've earned everything I have because of my hard work. I'm not ashamed of that. I am not reliant on anyone. I pay my own bills and buy my own everything. I don't know why that is so hard for people to believe who don't know me. That is truly freedom, you guys. When you can pay your own bills and do everything on your own, that is freedom. I'm a sugar mama to my friends. As you've seen on my Instagram and my YouTube channels, I take my girlfriends out to dinner and vacations all the time. You know, I'm literally a sugar mama. So that is why I think it's so funny when, you know, it's just so funny when people assume that like someone is taking care of me, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever if you guys really watch my channel and you really know me. I literally get free dinners, so I'm taking my girlfriends out to steak and lobster dinners. I don't need a man to do that for me. It would be nice to have a boyfriend, but you know, timing is everything, so just wanted to state that. It's funny when people bring up that I have a sugar daddy when all I do is work. Like, I'm literally working right now. I keep saying literally because this is literal. I think I wake up and I'm working, and then the whole day I'm just working into the night. So for anyone who wants to judge me, just please know how hard this all is to be a travel influencer, and just how I'm literally dedicating my life to doing this. So if you want to judge me, fine, but just know that I am paying for everything myself. So that's all I want you guys to know. I also wanted to mention I don't even have an assistant. I'm doing everything on my own, so I have to schedule out my day to make sure everything gets done, because sometimes missing one thing on my schedule can really like fuck up everything for the rest of the week for me. But you know what? If I did want to have a sugar daddy, then you better believe I would be driving a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, the SUV, my favorite car. I would have diamond rings on every finger, a full Birkin collection, and a new Chanel bag every month. But, you know, I can live that life if I wanted to, but I don't want that. That's not me. I was not raised that way. I could never be like that. Trust me, if I wanted that life, I could have it. But I don't. That's not the lifestyle. That's not how I was raised. That's not the lifestyle I want. And also, I buy my own things. That is freedom. I want my freedom. I would not change or trade out my freedom for any material item in the world, ever. I want to look back at my life when I am much older and look at the empire that I've built for myself. And I know I'm just at the beginning right now. I know I've been doing this since 2013, but I know this is the beginning of something amazing happening right now. I want to look back at that and this empire I've built for myself and just say, like, wow, I did that. I didn't give up. I pushed through all of the hard times through perseverance, and I just kept going. I didn't lie. I didn't cheat. I didn't settle. I kept going. I can't see the end result, but all I know is just to keep pushing forward. And I think that's very important with anything you do in life. Even if you can't see the end result, even if you don't know how it's going to work out, you got to just keep going. And that's literally what I'm doing right now. I'm just chasing a dream and working really hard. That's what I've been doing since 2013. Will I accept a gift from someone I'm dating? Absolutely, but I will never put independence and happiness in someone else's hands ever, ever. And I think a lot of women make that mistake and then they end up being screwed in the very end. I think that's very common. I wish everyone could hear this message right now. I wish all the ladies could hear this message. Don't trade your freedom for anyone, any man, any woman, anyone. I do have struggles behind the scenes, just like everyone else. I do experience loneliness. I wish I was married. I would love to have a child, but I'm letting life play out the way it's supposed to. Yes, I get to experience very luxury resorts around the world with unlimited food, and it's free. But keep in mind, it is my job, and I'm good at what I do. And it's also my passion. That's why my social media looks so good, because I'm a Virgo, I'm a perfectionist. When your job is your passion, you're never working a day in your life. And I feel like all the hard work I'm putting in, I would do it all over again if I could choose it. In another lifetime, I would just do it all over again. You know, even when I'm in the spa, I'm just a hustler. Even when whatever I'm doing on these trips, I'm still a hustler. I'm always working. I'm always making sure I have multiple incomes coming in through reselling things, brands paying me at the end of the night. I'm always checking invoices and making sure, you know, brands are doing what they're supposed to do and paying me, because I'm certainly doing my part in shooting everything. So, you know, eventually I'll have a team helping me with all of this, but I'm doing everything on my own. So I hope that answers all of your questions. And I hope I answered your question when you clicked on the link to open this podcast. I hope this podcast really inspires women who are my age, older than me, younger than me, all women. It's never too late to reach your goals or reinvent yourself. That's so important. You know, I'm 35. I just turned 35. And I just turned into a full-time travel influencer, meaning that is literally all I do right now. So I really hope this inspired you listening to my podcast, you guys. Life got better for me when I stopped waiting for things to enter my life that I assumed would make me happy. Like a boyfriend or husband, a new car, a new bag, a life-changing moment. I just stopped waiting for those things to come into my life, and I just said, hey, I'm just going to start living. Here I am. here I am in Philadelphia, you guys, and I have so many more trips coming up. I learned to just be happy right where I am. Those things will come, those things will come after you find happiness. First, you have to find happiness inside, which I'm so happy right now. So all of those things are just going to come to me. I'm not chasing those things. All of those things will come to me. I'm so happy with my new gym routine. I feel like $1 million right now. I feel so much happier just from one workout. So I'm definitely going to keep it up. Honestly, I truly believe if you keep waiting to feel ready, you might miss your whole life. Let me repeat that. If you keep waiting to feel like you're ready, you're going to miss your entire life. Just live, have doubts, be scared, be unsure, do it anyway. Healing doesn't always come first. Sometimes it finds you once you begin. So just start living. If you need to heal, just start living your life, and it'll all just come together. And I am living proof of that. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Jasmine Tosh Lately, live from Philadelphia. I'll see you guys in the next episode in another city.